When it comes to Meghan Markle, there always seems to be a line, and she always seems determined to cross it. Her recent video in Paris, filmed while casually reclining in a limo as it drove past the Pont de l'Alma tunnel, the very place where Princess Diana lost her life, isn't just another headline-grabbing moment. It's a deeply insensitive misstep that cuts to the core of royal family pain, and Prince William, according to insiders, is furious beyond words. And frankly, who could blame him? For William, that tunnel is not a tourist stop. It's not a backdrop for an aesthetic Instagram reel or a celebrity road trip montage. It's a site of unimaginable trauma, a wound that shaped his entire life. For Meghan to treat it like a chic Parisian landmark to be casually included in her personal highlight reel is more than poor taste, it's a profound display of self-absorption and tone deafness. Predictably, Meghan's defenders are already claiming the clip was artistic, not offensive. That it was part of some sleek, curated visual narrative. But here's the truth: when you're a former working royal who married into one of the most scrutinized families on earth, and the daughter-in-law of the woman whose death in that very tunnel shook the world, you don't get to plead ignorance. You don't get to wave away criticism as people not understanding the vision. There are places you simply don't turn into props. And if anyone should know that, it's Meghan. Her entire public life has been one long lesson in how every action is interpreted. She has spoken endlessly about media scrutiny, about symbolism, about public perception. To then film herself passing that tunnel without stopping to consider the implications is not naivety, it's negligence wrapped in vanity. Palace insiders say William went white with anger upon seeing the footage. This wasn't the reaction of a jealous brother or a territorial heir. This was the reaction of a son. For William, that tunnel is sacred ground, the last place his mother was alive. It's not a setting. It's not content. It's grief etched into geography. When Meghan's video surfaced, William reportedly called aides demanding that every copy of that footage be taken down. One royal insider called it grotesque. That word is telling. It wasn't just offensive. It was grotesque, a distortion of something tragic into something trivial. If this were Meghan's first tone-deaf moment, perhaps it could be brushed off as an oversight. But it isn't. Time and again, Meghan has displayed a staggering ability to misread the room, or worse, to bulldoze through sensitivities in pursuit of her personal narrative. From the timing of her media projects, often coinciding with royal milestones, to the carefully staged photo ops that place her center stage even at solemn events, Meghan has consistently blurred the line between commemoration and self-promotion. This Paris video fits perfectly into that pattern: personal branding first, historical weight a distant second. Some might argue that this is simply the Markle way: everything is content, everything is performance. But when it touches something as raw as Diana's death, it's no longer just about optics. It's about respect. Reports say Harry is trying to calm things privately. That line alone speaks volumes. Once again, Harry finds himself forced into the role of peacemaker, trapped between a furious brother and a wife whose instincts seem permanently misaligned with royal sensitivities. He knows exactly how this looks. He was there in 1997. He walked behind that coffin. He has spoken about the trauma of that day. For him to quietly manage the fallout while Meghan publicly sails past one of the most tragic sites in modern royal history shows how unbalanced this dynamic has become. Harry's loyalty to his wife is unquestioned, but this situation highlights how often he ends up patching the cracks she creates. For the royal brothers, already estranged, this incident doesn't just reopen old wounds, it pours salt into them. Royal experts warn this could permanently end any realistic hope of reconciliation between William and Harry. And that's not melodrama. William views this not as a social media blunder, but as a direct insult to his mother's memory. This is not an issue that can be resolved through PR statements or private phone calls. The line that was crossed here isn't political, it's emotional. It goes to the heart of who Diana was, what her legacy means, and how that legacy is treated by those who claim to honor it. Meghan has often portrayed herself as a victim of royal coldness, insisting that she was never truly welcomed. But moments like this give William's camp ample ammunition. It confirms, in their eyes, that Meghan doesn't get it, and perhaps never will. At the heart of this controversy is a simple truth: Meghan Markle's instinct is to curate her life as if it were a glossy magazine spread. Paris wasn't a place of reflection for her, it was a setting. The tunnel wasn't hallowed ground, it was scenery. And in doing so, she revealed, once again, how her world revolves around image, not impact. This isn't to say Meghan should avoid Paris, or avoid living her life. But there is a fundamental difference between living privately and performing publicly. When your every move carries symbolism, careless artistic choices can cut like knives. This Paris video is more than a passing scandal. It's a case study in how Meghan Markle continues to misunderstand, or disregard, the emotional terrain of the royal world she once inhabited. Her decision to film herself gliding past the site of Diana's death wasn't just insensitive, it was emblematic. It revealed, with startling clarity, the gulf between her personal brand and the royal family's history.